Republicans voted down equal pay for women. Hear that, ladies? All of you have been doomed to less pay because of Republicans. But it gets worse. And you just got to look at how they vote. Republicans vote against clean air, clean water. Just look at the record. You know, the Sierra Club has been keeping track of the votes that come up about clean air, clean water, regulations of your environment. And it's 98% is always Republicans voting against clean air, clean water for you and your kids. Republicans are against regulation that would limit or stop pumping tons of toxins into your air. Republicans are a criminal enterprise that's brutalizing you. It's Republicans and that scumbag Trump who said COVID was a hoax. Republicans are responsible for 600,000 Americans dead from COVID. It's Republicans who stood up there and said, oh, don't wear a mask. Oh, you know, it's freedom. You got freedom to poison and pollute and be a threat to others. No, you don't. We have public safety, public health, that all of us are involved in. You don't have a right to be a threat to others. And threaten their health. But see, Republicans aren't about rights. They really are about dictatorship. Authoritarianism is the key fabric of what is Christian fascism as well as what is Republican. Just look who showed up on 6th January. Nazis. Racist groups. Christian fascists. Every one of them with the agenda to deny and block you from rights. Equal rights. It's Republicans. It's Republicans that are trying to block everything about equal rights for gays. It's Republicans who are trying to block you from even voting. Making up all sorts of excuses, lies, and fabrications. Try and block you from voting. So they can have more like a Putin-Russia sham government. It'll look like it had an election, but it really wasn't. Because Republicans are busy trying to stop you from voting. Now here's another thing coming out in now. This is recorded in 2021. Vaccines. It's Republican idiots who are saying, oh, I'm not going to get vaccinated because it's magnetic, because it's this, because it's wacko, because it's wacko. They come up with wacko-dacko excuses. And it's 99% of the people who are dying from COVID now are the unvaccinated. Maybe they're all Republicans because of that. It's Republicans who are blocking you from national health care so that all of us have health care. You know, you all get health care because you all pay into it. It's simple enough. Oh, but Republicans are defending, not you. Oh, that's the excuse. No. Republicans are defending corporations. The health insurance corporations who rip you off for pre-existing conditions. You know, all that crap that came out of the corporate attitude of healthcare. Healthcare is healthcare. We all pay into it, you all get it. Because you got to have an economics about you, not an economics of this horrific fraud of profit at any price. Profit is an abstraction. So you are already taken out of the issue. You know, it's not about people, it's about profit. Profit. So when you do that, there's no ethics, there's no justice, There's no humanity. It's just, hey, you made a profit. You made a profit. You filled the oceans with plastics. You dumped hundreds of thousands of tons of crap into the atmosphere. You made a profit. That's the system. And the natural outcome of all that is, as we're seeing, the whole destruction of the entire planet. Climate change. And there is no disagreement about climate change being caused by humans. It is agreed upon. Who's trying to say there is a dissent or a disbelief in it? Republicans. Because Republicans are paid by the corporations that poison and pollute you. Just like the tobacco industry went out and got people who claimed to be scientists, right? And said, oh yeah, tobacco, oh geez, no, it won't hurt you. Even though the tobacco industry knew full well that it was causing cancers and other diseases. And it was addictive with the nicotine. They lied to you because profit was more important than you, even your health. And here came COVID, showing you exactly what the situation was. Republicans, the economics, the money was more important than you. They wanted to keep you working, keep the economy going. So you die to keep the economy going. That's insane. That's insanity. It's really about you, as it always has been. But to get to that economics of you, you have to throw out everything Republican. It's Republicans who are the home to all the racist groups. Just look who showed up on 6 January. Klan, Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, all these racist groups with the agenda to block you from equal rights. Republicans aren't about democracy. Come on. It's pretty clearly evident now. But what they say, what they do, what they vote for, and they're against you. So to save yourself, to save your kids, you got to throw out everything Republican. Throw them out from the judiciary, throw them out from the Justice Department, throw them out from your state legislatures, throw them out from your state governors, throw them out from the National Congress. You got to have a government that finally starts to be about that Constitution, Declaration of Independence, and Bill of Rights. You are first. It says it right there, we the people. It doesn't say we the corporations. It doesn't say we the white people. It doesn't say we the Christians. It correctly says we the people. All of us, equal rights. It even has a Declaration of Independence that says we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. Well, that's the basic tenet of being American and what government is supposed to be about. You, equal rights. Throughout society, culture, the whole thing, right? It's you. Now, sure, look through the history of America. This is why Republicans hate facts. They hate history. They don't want you to know and learn about the racism of America, the hypocrisy of America. They want you to believe in some fabricated myth. That's why they're so upset about critical race theory. You know, it's just an excuse to say, don't teach about the realities of American history. It's racism. And it's history of racism. They perpetuated. You had slavery, and then you got rid of slavery, but you kept the racism in the economics, education, in the institutions. You got indoctrinated into all of us. And that's facts. That's the facts. You can find the facts. Americans had a horrific factual history of racism. Lynching, folks. denying people the right to a trial. Just go in, grab them and lynch them, kill them. There's white people doing it to black people. Look at the history. The riots like down in Oklahoma. White people attacked black people, destroyed their buildings, their businesses, murdered them. History, reality. You gotta know your history. You gotta know what you've been through to say you're not gonna keep doing that. You're not gonna keep doing that. And racism is a huge one in America. To finally come to grips with, to teach about it, to undo it, so that we finally do have equal pay, equal rights. We actually do finally have job training. We actually do finally have, across the board, education, equal opportunity. All those things that are supposed to be right there in those documents that this country was founded upon. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal rights. And the only one who is holding you back from getting to that are Republicans. The only ones who are holding you back from throwing out the poison and pollution economics that's killing you and your kids, Republicans. The only ones who are trying to force all of you into a religion of limitation of what you can do in life. That's Republicans. The only ones who are fighting against the realities of scientific research, medical research, Republicans. So you shouldn't be surprised that Republicans voted down the investigation into the 6th January insurrection. Of course they did, because Republicans are guilty. Republicans contributed. Republicans took part. Republicans organized. Republicans agreed with trying to overthrow your government to put in the fascist dictator scum of Trump, Pence. That's why they don't want to look into it. That's why Republicans got Fox News, Limbaugh's, and Alex Jones, and the blood-drinking idiots of QAnon, and on and on. And all of it's geared toward lies, fraud, lies, and fraud. All of it comes out. Look at QAnon. All that stuff just comes out from what? Anonymous. Anonymous. There is no Q. But there is the background of it. Look what the angle of all those QAnon hysteria is, and you'll see that it's fascist, right-wing Christian lunatic, Nazi, racist. And that's who it's about. That's who they are. That's who's promoting the stuff, making it up. They come up with extreme things to get you all worked up. Just like Fox News does. They lie to you. Because they got an agenda. And the agenda is to keep white supremacy. The agenda is to keep economic poison and pollution of you and your kids. The agenda is to destroy this democracy and have a dictatorship of Republican fascism.